Hello, this is Larry from PriceIt Software. With us today, we have Cindy McCotter from Sports to You in Monroe, North Carolina. How are you doing this morning, Cindy?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Well, thank you for spending some time with us to talk about your experience with PriceIt Software and how you came to know about us and things like that. So tell us a little bit about your shop there in Monroe and what you guys do and how you heard about us.
Okay, actually, I have a screen printing and embroidery business
Hmm.
and been in business this going on my 24th year in the same location. We're in the downtown business district of Monroe. We do screen printing and embroidery as well as ad specialties. We do everything in-house. We've got an automatic press, three manual presses, and then we've got two six-head Tajima embroidery machines and a single head. Um, but yes, we've got nine girls here in the office, so it's nine of us all total. But been doing this for again 24 years and love it. Um, and the
Wow.
reason, to be honest with you, the reason I researched you guys and how I found you, we do a lot of online school stores. We started about 4 to 5 years ago for athletic booster clubs and businesses as well.
Okay.
Um, and here at I'm old school, so so here at my office we still handwrite our orders, and it gets extremely overwhelming, especially in the busy season. Ball teams start up, athletic boosters start up. It's like there has got to be an easier way to manage this whole process.
Right, right.
Yeah, because we were writing up orders. I was taking them home, writing them up, spending the weekend writing them up, and getting in here just to have a desk full the next morning. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh, yikes.
So through the Inksoft, where we do our online school stores, I just kind of put a blob on the Facebook post. I said, hey, look, I've been doing this for 24 years. There's got to be an easier way. Has anybody figured out an easier way other than handwriting all these? Something needs to be computer generated. And I got a couple of replies back from other Inksoft users that
Oh,
said, "Oh,
really?
yeah,"
Oh, cool.
that it said, "Oh, yeah, by the way, uh, try out PriceIt." And I'm like, "Okay, what is PriceIt?" So I'm thinking, "All right, I can Google that." Google knows everything, right? So so I and I got a couple of others that they had given me a couple names of a couple other sites to check into too, but I kept getting replies back, "Oh, you need to do Price It. Their customer service is amazing." Um,
Oh, wow.
and then one other guy commented, said, "Oh yeah, hands down, Price It is the way to go. It'll make your life much easier. You'll be thankful. Wish you did it years ago." And so I was hearing all this positive stuff, and the fact that you have someone that will call you back, um, and you can talk to them and explain things to them, that was important to me. And I did not get
Very good.
a voicemail, because in the heat of the business, you need an answer pretty quickly. Um,
Oh, sure, sure, yeah.
yeah, so I researched you guys and actually got a hold to you, Larry, and set up a live demo. And I'm thinking, okay, this looks pretty simple. Um, okay, where's the catch? There's got to be a catch, right? No way have I not found this in 24 years, really. Um,
Oh, wow.
so
Wow.
um, so I started looking and researching, and again, I'm old school, previous teller, so I have hard copies of everything, and I thought, I don't know, and changing my whole system of the way I do things and my QuickBooks and everything. It's like I don't know about this. So I'll be honest with you, I was a little reluctant about that in the beginning.
Sure, sure, yeah.
We started with you guys, I believe, February or March. I think we trained in February, and I think we kind of pulled the trigger maybe in March of this year. I'm not exactly sure when, but it was around the first of the year. So we went ahead and did that, and it is a life changer. I mean, it is. I am not taking orders home and writing them up every weekend.
That is awesome. So you get some more of your time back then, is what you're saying, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, that is
Absolutely.
so.
We don't have writer's cramp anymore. So, but we do, I have my old file cabinet, several file cabinets. So again, I'm old school. So I just print the orders that we have, which is 1 page and 2 pagers versus 6 and 7 and 8 pages of handwritten orders written up.
Ooh.
And the fact that you can attach your artwork to the paperwork, it gets to production, they know what they're doing. And it's been an absolute godsend, really. It has been amazing for the girls. And to be honest with you, I've had a couple of them say, do we really need all these people in the front office? So they're getting a little worried that I'm gonna let one go.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Sorry
So,
about that. No.
no, it's a good problem to have,
It
right?
is. It is. It is a good problem to have. That is just fantastic story, Cindy. I think a lot of folks are reluctant to come on board with any kind of change. And one of the things that you kind of touched on was that part of that change that kind of smoothed that over for you was the ability to get a hold of one of us in the heat of the battle. You don't want to leave a message when you've got a customer sitting there or you're in the middle of something. And that's just really encouraging for us to hear. So you guys are it looks like I'm looking at your stats here, and you guys have 6 users on board here, and everyone seems to be getting along fine using the system together. And um, what are some of the features that you guys find yourself using most? I know you mentioned the Inksoft integration, but what are some of the things that have features that you've been using that sort of saved a lot of time for you guys?
Well, the fact that you could upload the artwork and save it into the library in that customer base. So on future orders, what is simply amazing to me, and every time I click the reorder button
Ah, yeah.
tab, makes me nervous thinking, okay, there's got to be more to it than this. It has to be more to it than this. But there's really not. If you go in and hit the reorder button from a previous order, it brings up the artwork, the art location, and we have what I call a screen locator. I archive my screens, and so there's a spot where we can actually put the screen number as to where my girls in production can find that screen. So everything just pops right back in from the order before. And if you need to edit a few sizes or whatever, it's just a simple change these 3 large to 12 large or whatever. And it's perfect. I mean, you just change the date and change the quantities and or sizes that they need, and there's your reorder. Simply amazing. And customer service, that, and I'm not saying that just because I'm on the online with you, but your customer service is amazing. We have yet, I mean, and a couple times we've had the system go down, but within 2 minutes max, and as crazy as that sounds, it's back up. I mean, it is like no time. You guys are right on it,
Oh,
and
thank you.
you answer the phone right away. And I've never had to leave a voicemail message. Ever have I had to leave a voicemail message? Somebody answers the phone all the time. And it's great. And I'm on the Facebook site with you guys now, and I see the updates that Ron does. And Ron, by the way, is amazing.
Oh, isn't he?
Oh gosh, he is the bomb. I'm telling you, he's good. He is good. Now, listen, Larry, you're good too, but I'm gonna tell you, Brian has got it going on. I mean, Brian has got it.
Oh, he
Um,
does. He does. He's
yes,
been at this for 20 something years. He knows his stuff. I'll tell you what.
yes, he does. I mean, and he makes it sound so simple. Sometimes I've been panicked about, oh no, I don't know how to find this report or how to do this. Brian's like, oh, Cindy, you got this. This is what you do. Just click, click, click. I'm like, okay. I knew you could tell me that. But no, you guys are amazing. You really are. You do a great job, and you get back with us very, very quickly. We haven't experienced any downtime to amount to anything since we've started this, which again is, kudos to you guys.
Oh, well,
It
thank
says a
you.
lot about your company and the fact that you do care. But that was where my nervousness came in the beginning. It's like, oh man, I mean, what if these guys I know they say they'll get back. What if they don't? But I've never experienced that. I mean, it's been amazing. And it's a no pressure thing, so I don't have to worry. And I'll just tell one of the girls, you got an issue, just call Brian, So they pick up the phone and he's like right
Hmm.
on it. And
Yeah.
actually, I've never realized it before until a couple weeks ago. I had a question and Jordan had a question. So Jordan's on the phone with Ron. I'm on the phone with Brian, and Brian said, "I think one of your girls is." I said, "What?" So I look over there. It's like, "Hey, wait a minute. We should have we should have talked before we called."
That's great.
So we had two of the three of you guys. It's like, that's not fair. Somebody else may need them.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And it sounds to me like the girls there that are working with you, the ladies that are working at your shop there, that they appreciate it as well, because the fact that they're able to just call up and not feel nervous about it. A lot of times folks don't want to do that, and just the fact that they feel comfortable doing that means a lot to us, and that you do as well, that you believe in us like that. So really, we really do appreciate that so much. So you guys are using obviously the work order stuff. I know you mentioned that earlier, and you're uploading artwork and sending that off to the folks in the back. How are they dealing with it out back in the production area?
Well, two of the girls I have in the back, one in each department, one in the embroidery department, one in the screen print department, have come from a high production screen printing department where they were doing thousands of shirts a day. So they were familiar with work orders somewhat that look similar to this. The other girls, and I've had one of them for 12 years that has never seen this before. And I was a little nervous about that too.
Yeah.
A whole new program and everything starting up, but they've come to pick up on it really, really quickly. And so it's worked really well for everybody. And the fact that if the screen number of the on the locator is wrong on the paperwork, the girls will just mark it on their paperwork. It's like, no, that screen is A25 instead of C42. They just mark it on their paperwork, and when it comes up to bill and they put it in the to be billed bin, when we go to bill it, we'll just make those changes. So when we make the reorder, it has the correct information on the second go round. So
Oh, wow.
the girls have done really well. And I've got one girl here in the front office that's been with me for 14 years, and she is not good with change.
Mm.
And she's the one that fought me really hard on, you don't need to do this. It's working fine. I'm like, yeah, but yeah, I do. And we did, and I did. And now she's like, oh, this is just the best thing ever. So
Oh,
it
so cool.
it really has made a difference. It's made a huge difference. And I know there's a lot left to learn. There is so much in that program
Mm.
that I don't know how to do, that we still don't know how to do, because to be honest with you, we were just wanting to learn it, just wanting to get up and running with it, and make sure we were on board with it before the busy season starts, which I'm about a week and a half away from, by the way. Um,
Oh, wow.
but I
Okay.
know there's more to know and more to learn, because there's just so much. Being a member of your Facebook group, I'm learning from other people that post on there, as well as learning
Oh,
things
cool.
from Ron when he does a little trick where he adds us a little surprise in there. Like when he added the 4XL sizes, I'm like, you go, Ron, yes. Um, but yes, I'm learning things through that Facebook site is helpful as well.
That's great that you're finding some help there, and that other members of our community, PriceIt community, are helping you as well. A lot of those folks started off and are just like you, are in the same situation you're in, where they're still learning the software and they're learning the ins and outs of it. And it's a great place for people to get help when we're not here, because we obviously don't sleep in our office, but after hours, we do have that available for folks. And it's really encouraging for us to see people utilizing that and helping each other out.
Mhm.
Um, Ron, you're talking about Ron, when he does those updates and those tweaks to the system, a lot of times he'll say, well, I don't know if I can do that or not. And then, like, I don't know, literally 5 minutes later, he goes, all right, can you call so-and-so and let him know I did this? And I'm like, really? He goes,
Yeah,
yep. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, I'll do that.
yeah.
So he's very, very accommodating when it comes to that. Um, I think sometimes he hates that he's that accommodating because it puts
Yeah.
because it puts a lot of work on his plate, but he thrives off it. I'm telling you what, like I watch him, his wheel starts spinning when he gets off the phone, and he just goes right to work. And we can't claim the success of Price It solely on our work and what we've done. Obviously, it's a team, but also it's our members. It's the folks like you and others who are using our software that give us ideas and tell us, hey, what if it could do this? Or is there any way it could do that? And, stuff we've never thought of. And we're like, that's a fantastic idea. So really what Price It has become is like a being of its own, and people are adding to it and giving suggestions. And that's kind of where we're at now with it, as it's kind of taken on a life of its own. And the community has really done a really good job of rallying around us and helping us make it better. And for that, we thank you, Cindy, for being part of that community, and for this interview, and for letting folks know your experience with PriceIt Software. So tell us about your busy season coming up, and that's going to entail. It's a sports TU there in Monroe, North Carolina. So you guys, your busy season's coming up. I assume a lot of that has to do with sports and things like that.
Yes, and with schools opening, right now we're in the middle of family reunions and vacation Bible schools and things like that. So, but usually around the 1st of July, a lot of our athletic booster clubs start gearing up for the school opening in August. We've got one online school store that has uniforms, so they have to wear the uniforms to school. So a lot of the parents are shopping during the summer prior to August. Football season starts right away whenever that's one of the big sports of the whole year. So a lot of the parents are already looking into spirit wear and things for the children, and the gym shirts and gym shorts that they're going to need when the kids start to school in August. And so it's just a depending on what school we're talking about as to what, but it's the booster clubs and ball teams getting started, and trying to get the schools up and running so they'll have their spirit wear and or gym wear prior to class starting. Um, but yeah, and we'll be wide open. I mean, nonstop wide open through December.
Wow.
And this business, it kind of takes a little lull right after Christmas. January, February is a little slow, and then it typically picks up March and April.
Yep.
Um, if we can keep the t-shirts rolling, it's like, my goodness, right now it's like finding inventory. It's like pulling eye teeth. It's like, oh my goodness.
Oh, I know.
But I'm hoping it's going to get a little better. But I'm feeling very comfortable with the price. And back on what you were talking about, Ron. Ron is amazing, and there have been a few things that I've suggested as far as, well, have you thought about, putting on the Augusta catalog, or have you thought about adding, this catalog or that catalog, and but there's a few things I've suggested to him, and he's pulled right up and done that,
Oh,
and
cool.
he's just it, like you said, he that is a true statement. You give him a mission. It's like, man, I'd like to see this, or I'd like to see that, and boy, he pops it right in there. So he's helped us out tremendously. So I feel like you're listening. That's important too, because
Oh, good.
on us on this end, if we have a suggestion and it's not landing on deaf ears, it's like somebody's actually listening, and they're like, oh yeah, that might help somebody else. So then he does that, and so it's been wonderful. We've had an amazing experience with you guys, so I can't say enough good things about you. You've done
Oh, thank
amazing.
you. Thank you so much, Cindy. I really do
Yeah.
really appreciate your words and your encouragement, and your participation in this thing that we're doing here with Price It. I know Ron was working last night, doing a transfer for a customer to another server for a couple hours. He came in. I live nearby, so I was there, saw his car over at the shop, and I was like, well, there he is again.
Yep.
And so he's always at it. And, he's going to be encouraged to hear those words from you as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, I really, really, really appreciate your time today. And I can't thank you enough for your time and for the words that you've spoken, and taking some time out of your schedule to do this, to encourage other folks. If a parting words, if you wanted to encourage someone to come on board, if you want to say a couple words, I don't know what you would say, but I'll give you a couple minutes to say what you need to say, and and then we'll get back to work.
Okay, okay. No, I cannot say it enough. You guys are amazing. You're great to work with. And it's encouraging to know that, like I said before, that you've got somebody that will listen to you and take your suggestions
Hmm.
and not be told, oh no, that's not going to work, or no, that's going to take me too much time, or whatever. But it has drastically changed the way I've done business. And again, I'm the 24th year
Oh,
into this,
good.
and it is absolutely, I can't say enough good things about it to, and those people out there that's reluctant to take that step, like I was so nervously reluctant to do, it's the best decision business wise that I've made in a long, long time, no doubt. And really wish I would have found you guys much sooner, because I think it would have caused a lot less headaches in this office and a lot less writer cramp. But yeah, but I've got a local guy here close to me that does the same thing I do, and we're good friends, and he's got the same kind of business I do. His is a little larger than mine, but I've spoke with him about this prior to coming on board with you guys, and he's like, Cindy, I think that would work for me. I'm old school too. We still handwrite our stuff. I said, you know what, Ed, this is the way to go. I'm telling you, but I'm going to try it, and I'm going to get back with you. And I intend to do that. I'll get back with him because I know that's something that he would definitely do as well.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll just look forward to hearing from him. And I just hope you have a wonderful season coming up, and I hope that it is less stress than last year.
For
And
sure.
please remember us in the heat of the battle. Just give us a call if you guys need anything, as always. And Cindy, thank you so much for your time today. So
Okay. Well, thank you, Larry. It was good
yeah.
talking to you.
All right. This has been Cindy McCotter from Monroe, North Carolina Sports to you. And I hope you have a wonderful day, Cindy. Take care.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. You as well.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.